let's draw 3 cards, discard 1. Right, we've got 2 artillery fire here, and we've got a nice character. I'm going to get one of these. Do I want to keep? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of one of these artillery. I think that was a pretty straightforward decision. This stage. Okay, it's ready, everyone. And we're looking for zeal this time, and a lot of it. This card is out of action for as long as it's mired. One feature of the battlefield at Waterloo was the heavy rain. It left a sodden battlefield, and this is reflected throughout the whole campaign of this game, that miring is basically a way of bogging down your units, making them completely ineffective. So let's just start there. As an action, we can tire to remove the mire. Back to them. So they've got hard 3 now. 3 resources. 3, 4, 5. They're pretty much free to deploy whatever they want. And it's going to be an event. Play a unit with zeal for free. Okay, solo. Immediately draw and play the next card for free. Okay, fair enough. So this doesn't actually do anything. French artillery units. They're going to replace one of these 2. Right, this is tough. I'd like it to be this one, but they do have a strict priority on deploying artillery units. Replace the lowest ready cost card in the foe's battlefield, so one of these 2 zeros. Prioritize opposite the player's leader. Neither of them are. I'm down here opposite Hougomonts. Opposite player's artillery ranged cards. Okay, so we've got the 95th Rifles sitting in this back row here, so they're going to go in here. That is not good news. I do get some cannon tokens on them. 3, it says, gains 3 cannon tokens, and then as an action they'll remove a cannon to deal 1 damage to every unit in this card's frontier. This is danger. Now, one thing that's new here is that these units, as soon as they're played, they fire. They don't have to wait for their next action like we do. So they're going to spend one of the 3 already, tire the cannon, and fire. And with that, they're going to take out each of these units. They're going to do 1 damage to each. So we're good. Health 2, health 2, health 3, but 1 damage on each. So we do want to do something about this. And the first thing I'm going to do is tie the 95th. They've got an action, range 4, deal 1 damage to 1 enemy up to 4 rows away. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. They've got 2 health, so I'm going to have to hit them twice. But let's hope they don't get too many more of these out. Okay, they've got a character, and it's cost 1. There's only 1 0 cost character or card in play now, so they're replacing this one. It does have Zealot when played, but we ignore that for the solo. That's one of the ignored ones. If you look on the solo abilities card, ignore Bloodlust, Zealot, Opportunist. Right, this is using up a lot of my resources and a lot of my turns, but Napoleon's Illness says deal 1 damage to 1 enemy, or I could deal damage to Napoleon and tire him. So let's use it. I have to pay 2, so I'm going to use my first foot. Neither of those have any zeal, so they're not helping me with my objective. 95th Rifles were, unfortunately. Right, that's a damage, so that's 2 damage. Those guys are gone. Wow, we've made a hole in their field, finally. Right, back to them. Whatever they draw is going in here. Oh, no! That is horrendous. Our foe has just done the dirty on me. Oh, that's actually worked out worse. Oh, my goodness. Now they've got another 3 damage. Ouch. They're going to spend a token, tire and fire. Oh, it was terrible. That was just about the worst outcome we could wish for. These guys are gone. Oh boy, that has really shaped up into a nasty result, because I'm going to lose my 95th unless I move them. Do I move them or do I lose them? And they've destroyed my lines and my tactics as well. I don't have a block. I don't have a square anymore. I don't have a line. That's horrific. And I've lost 2 of my resources. Wow, their artillery has absolutely destroyed us. Gosh, is there anything I can do? I guess I can get 1 zeal out here. I could. Oh man, I've got to throw something at this. I could play these 3 and put my own artillery in. Wow, they've really messed us up, haven't they? They've messed us up good time. This can be a cruel game sometimes. A cruel game. All right, we've got French infantry now. So they're looking to replace 1. So it's this one, or this one. I guess if we had any sense, we would go for this heavy cavalry. Possibly this one, which will reduce the resources down to 4. I think we're going to take out this cavalry. It'll stop them getting a cavalry line anyway. Let's do that. Okay, time to fire my guns. Tire. And it says 1 damage to every enemy in this frontier. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Back to them. It's an event. Destroy 1 non-leader enemy with zeal 1 or lower. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart because they will always target ranged and artillery cards first. So they're going to take out either this or this. Either is fine. They've both got 1 zeal or lower. They will always target players' artillery or range cards with damage and destroy abilities first. So it's my choice. Do I want them to take out my 95th rifles or my artillery? Well, we've been absolutely destroyed. It's going to be that one. Okay, then I'm going to move. Well, actually, yeah. I'm going to move my rifles up here. Am I? I could save it. Yeah, I'm going to keep them there. I'm just going to pass. I'm going to see what happens. My goodness, absolutely destroyed. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they can still push this one out. It's another character. And they're going to replace either of these 2. Well, we'll replace this one. They've got another 2 might here. They've got scholarly, which we ignore in the solo game. Progress then. Well, I've got 4 progress here, but it doesn't help me. It doesn't help me in the slightest, because this one has 4 to overcome. So 0 for me. They're looking for mights. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. Yeah, that's enough to complete the Battle of Ligny. Okay, the Prussians have been defeated. And now on to the Battle of Quatre Bras. This was a crossroads where the French advance is checked. We've got a little bit of time before they reach the field of Waterloo. We're moving to round 8. Is there anything we can do? I feel like our time is running out. Wow, this is a good event. It's possible I could play this with these two, or this one. I'm going to play this, aren't I? Yeah, I don't know. Any two non-leaders. That could be useful. Could buy me a little bit of time. Okay, we've got to rebuild, and we have not got much to rebuild with. The only thing we've got on our side is that we get to go first. So we could play this event and mire some things. I think we might have to do this instead. Let's play the Hanoverian infantry. Mire one non-leader enemy in this card's frontier. We're miring their artillery. I think that's all we can do. Do we have the makings of a comeback in us? I don't know. Let's see what happens next. Let's see what they get. Okay, a Lancer charge event. Destroy one attachment. Well, they can't do that, so they're going to draw again. And this is an attachment. Desperate Gambit. Place 3 damage tokens on this card and attach to a frontier. They prefer the one where we are, right? So who wants 3 damage? So 3 damage tokens on this card attached to a frontier. All French units in this frontier gain Zeal +1. Start of each round, remove 1 token or destroy this card. Alright, fair play. Let's tuck this under here. That's going to help them when they get to Waterloo. Tough times for us. I could put these infantry units in. I don't know if I want to use these. I think we do. Deal 1 damage to 1 enemy. That's a damage here. I think I should do that while I can. Right, their turn. Another attachment. Place 3 damage tokens on this card attached to a frontier. Oh wow. At the start of each round, remove 1, and then this frontier gains might +2. Oh my gosh. And of course, this is might that stays with this frontier for the French. It's not associated with any unit. So, yep, the only way to get rid of it is with an event like destroy 1 attachment. We saw just go by. Okay, back to me. 1, 2. I could put this Dutch infantry in. I kind of wish I had more artillery. I'm going to rue the fact that I sent some artillery to my discard pile. Imagine if this, here's a little tip for you. Remember, we've got reserves. It's unusual in a solo game to find a use for the reserves, but imagine I'd put all these in the reserves and my 95th as well. They'd be safe from that enemy artillery. So I could have 2 lots of artillery here and the 95th, and then bring them all out on 1 turn. Artillery can only fire once, but imagine I got the 95th and 2 lots of artillery. Now they can all fire on 1 turn. Yeah, that's a lot better. Doing 3 lots of damage. That's a useful way of spending, or using rather, your reserves. Keeping those cards safe. At the moment, anything I play is vulnerable to their artillery. Think about that. Do I play cards into reserve to keep them safe? But I do know I'm going to pass. I'm leaving that one resource up there unspent. And one option is toss this, put the Dutch infantry in, grab a copy back. At least I've got one card left in my hand. But I think if I've got 2 more cards next time and then this, I could potentially be using this event. Or whatever else comes out might be better for me. All right, let's pass. Back to them. They're going to play another heavy cavalry unit. They don't have any zeros to replace it with, though. And this is enough for them. Yeah, they're just going to discard this. There's no card with a lower cost, so they just toss it for no effect. They don't draw again, they end their turn. And that's the only time they'll discard a card for no effect. Okay, phase end, let's have a look. I think they're probably going to be done here. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19. That's enough to get through this battle. The French advance is checked by Dutch Belgians and then Picton's division. Ney leads an all-out assault, but his centre is counterattacked under Wellington's orders. Battle ends inconclusively and both sides occupy their original positions. Napoleon is at the Battle of Waterloo. As for me, I'm looking for zeal, and we've only got 1, 2, 6. 6 zeal. The objective has 4 to overcome, so that's 2 progress here. This is why things are a bit slower for us. They really hurt us with that artillery barrage. Round 9 then. So let's get rid of these. These are going to ready. These are going to ready. These are going to ready. Then they remove the mire and tire. So the artillery is out again. So notice that for the foe, this doesn't take an action to remove the mire. It just happens automatically when the card readies. Remove a mire and tire. And that gives us a chance to take them out. This elite guard artillery has health 3, so I need 1 more hit, which I can do this time. But let's draw 3 cards. It's my hand. Let's see where this is going to take us. We've got an attachment. Attached to an enemy artillery, it cannot be readied. Destroy 1 artillery unit. Oh man. That would have saved me a lot of bother, you know. Block supply routes. Put this card on top of an enemy deck. Your opponent discards this, so we can stop them drawing. We've got a character with some zeal. Oh, I think I'm going to get rid of this event. Keep some options open, I think. Now then, the question is, do I use my 95th to finish them off? Or do I use this event? I like the idea of keeping this in case more artillery comes up. I need more zeal, so this is the obvious choice. But what do I know? I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I still haven't got enough zeal to get through this turn, so I don't think it matters if I spend this and destroy this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's save our events. Let's get rid of it while we can. See what he does. An attachment attached to a character, it gains zeal +1. They do have a character in the frontier where our leader is, so this guy's getting zeal +1. I noticed 2 actually. This guy should have got his little boost. +1 might. We've got our work cut out. I noticed 2. We do have an infantry line now. Here. So we could destroy one of their infantry. So we could take this out if we wanted to. This is cavalry. This is a character. In fact, this is their only infantry unit right now. We'll think on it. Let's get Benjamin Clifton in place. It's going to cost us 3, but we need to get him in. We need the zeal. So that's 1, 2. Where do we want him? I think the centre. And the only thing is, if I put him here, I'm leaving space for infantry square. So perhaps over here is better. The only thing is, they're ahead in zeal here. I need to pay with another card. This attachment is too good. This event is too good. Infantry units are 2 a penny. Perhaps I get rid of this one. Right, I'll pay the cost. I might regret that because I can't get this in then. But we're going for that. Back to them. Got a 1 character. He's going in the middle. It's an empty space. Maximilian Sebastian Foy, French general. He's scholarly. We ignore that for foe. He's bringing 2 more might. I'm passing. He's going to play a Ridge Assault event. Deal 2 damage to 1 frontier is the solo. So, yep, he's doing it. He's going for the chateau. So they are doing what they did historically. They're going for that earlier assault on the Chateau de Haumont. Frontier phase now. They are at Waterloo. We skip the might battle because we're not both there yet. So it's all about the zeal. So from left to right, starting at the Chateau, we've got 5 zeal here. 4, 5. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they will do 1 damage. Now, if we had taken this infantry out, being level means they'd still get to do 1 damage. So no big deal. As it stands, they do 1 damage. They have greater zeal. So they're at 4 already here. Next frontier, we only have 1 zeal. They have 1, 2, 3. So they're doing another damage here. And then at Papelet Farm, we've got 1 zeal. They've got 2. So they're doing another damage here. So this is working out for them. They're going to keep chipping away until we can get there. This is a huge advantage for the French, being able to dig in before we've got all our forces on the battlefield. We're still trying to knock down our objective. Objective phase then, so our zeal is 1, 2, 3, 7. That's another 3 towards our objective. We'll get it next time. Round 10 then. All right. One each of those attachments. Let's draw our cards. Torrential rain event. Interesting. It's quite cheap. Solo mile 1 non-leader enemy. Okay, fair enough. We've got an artillery commander. He's good. The dragoons are good. They've got bloodlust. Deal 1 damage to this card to deal 1 damage to an enemy. It's might plus 3. Might plus 1 while in row 3. 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to get rid of this event now that I've drawn this weather event because it's expensive. Right, that's what I'm doing. Gosh, every decision feels critical and like I'm making some critical mistake somewhere along the way. The Haysant farm is ours. I think Papelet might be ours. If we can just hold out here a little bit longer. We can move this unit. It's infantry. We could move this infantry. We could use our tactic, move our infantry. Yeah, once we're at the Battle of Waterloo, we've got a few more options. At the moment, we're still trying to get through that objective. We need 6 zeal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 8, so we can afford to use this as a resource. We can afford to use him as a resource because we've still got 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can afford to use them. 4, 5, 6. We can afford to use all of our resources and still complete that objective. That's what I'm tempted to do, actually. is bring this cavalry unit into play. The dragoons. It's going to cost me 3. 1, 2, 3. And it gets might +1 whilst in row 3. Let's get it down. This is a tight battle, a very tight battle. Deal 2 damage to an enemy or action, destroy 1 cavalry. French events. For event cards like this that have 2 options, we do get to choose. And I'm tempted to just have Wellington soak this damage up. I think that's what we'll do. 2 damage to Wellington. Yep. Although, no, I'm not sure it does. They always target artillery or range cards with damage first. So actually they will try and take out an artillery range first. So priority is going to go to this. So they want to put 2 damage here. I don't think there's anything I can do to block that event. Yeah, no, it's pretty clear. They want to attack artillery ranged first when they can. Yeah. Shame. There's nothing we can do to stop this. He's gone, which means they move forward and he loses +1 might because he's no longer in row 3. Foe, you are sneaky. Very, very sneaky. Counter cavalry charge, yep. They finally got rid of my rifles. Alright, we're going to just push through this objective and pass. They've got an event. Destroy 1 non-leader character. So that's either Prince Frederick or this new lieutenant. It's going to be this guy. If I do this, then the Brunswickers lose their might bonus. Wow. That's what's going to happen. Right, frontiers. So they're still winning the Zeal battle here. 1, 2, 3 Zeal here, just 2 here, so they're winning here as well. And then they've got 2 Zeal here. We've got 0. They're winning here as well. Objective phase 4, 5, 6, 7. We finally defeated this objective. Duchess of Richmond's dazzling ball. Charlotte of Richmond, who's Charles Lennox's wife, holds a glittering ball for the officers. Wellington uses it to coordinate senior staff. Many splendidly dressed officers will lie dead in their dancing shoes within 24 hours. Well, let's draw a card. And we get an attachment. Wet, hungry, and exhausted British. Mire 2 enemy cards in 1 frontier. It costs 4. Alright. Right, we'll need might this time. This is it, the Battle of Quatre Bras. We're finally there. It's time for us to put up a little bit of resistance. Round 11. These 2 attachments are still in effect because we either remove a token or destroy them. So we've removed their last token. Next time, they will be destroyed. Okay, let's draw 3 cards. Let's see what we get. Right, we've got a good stack of cards this time. We've got a character. We've got an infantry unit. Good. We've got an attachment. Attacked to Wellesley. He gains might +1. And he gets a free action to move. So his horse Copenhagen could be useful. Okay, we've got a couple of miring events now, haven't we? I'm going to get rid of Wet, Hungry and Exhausted. It's an attachment, but yeah, it's going to take a few actions to get rid of that. So I'm not sure. I mean, it does mire stuff, which is really helpful. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it just in case. Let's get rid of Henry Paget. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but there he is. Okay, desperate times. So we've got no formations now, have we? We've got 2 infantry here, we've got 2 infantry here, we've got cavalry. So things are not really where they need to be. I need 12 might to get rid of this thing in one go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I could do it if I just passed. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 6 cards. Let's do it. Let's push through. Pass. They get to play 1 card. It's a unit. They're going to replace a cost 1. So either this general or this general. Let's go for the middle. Okay. It's a cavalry unit. Has bloodlust, but we ignore this in solo. Okay, frontier phase. So they've still got 1 here. I've got 6 down here. Wow, we're getting a long way behind. Yep. A long way behind. And let's just double check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 beats 3 plus 9 is good. This is destroyed. Draw a card. We're through the last one. We are now at the Battle of Waterloo. Ready for next turn. Let's draw. We are going to have to throw a card, unfortunately, because we've now got 7 cards. So we're going to lose 1. Play 1 British card for free. It's amazing. While I'm doing that, which card am I going to throw? Let's get rid of Copenhagen. Wow. Okay, round 12. So, yeah, no victory. Discard down to 6 cards. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Now we draw. I'm ready. Everyone's ready. Let's draw. 2, 3. So we will have a nice thick hand this time. Yeah, that's better. I prefer this event to this attachment. So I'm getting rid of Destroyed Roads is going. So we got this new character, William Frederick. The howitzers destroy 1 enemy artillery is much better because I don't have to play it as an attachment. And then we got Sir William Ponsonby. He has 1 zeal, 2 might, could be good. Play a guy for free. I'm definitely getting this in. Play 1 British card. He is British. Right. Well, I'm pretty sure that's how we're going to start. And do I want to use a card for that, or do I want to use one of my resources from the board? That's the question. But before we do, let's get rid of these. Start a turn, destroy these cards. So they're gone. That means these little booms are gone. So actually, their initial assault has kind of lost its fizz. So for zeal, they've now got 3. We've got 4, 5. And then for might, they've got 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a little bit of extra zeal in here. Suddenly, Hougoumont is looking a bit stronger. Actually, no, they've got this boost as well. If we used our tactics, or even just mired someone, if you mire someone, then their stats aren't coming into play. Interesting. So if we mired that infantry, and this is where I could have used Wellesley's horse now, put him over here somewhere. I'm going to start by, I think we're going to toss this guy as a resource. Play this event, play 1 British card for free. Which card do we want to play for free? Because I've got a couple of options. I think it's going to be this one, actually. Yeah, let's just play this guy. So we'll play Alexander Cavalier Mercer. You're all here. here. This will even up the might battle. Let's go here. Yep. That's it. Right. French units. Are there any ones to replace? Yes, there are. This one here. It says solo plays into reserves, but that's an errata item. It doesn't. They don't play cards into the reserves. But we've got a 2 might replacing a 2 might. They've got 1 extra zeal. Okay, what now? We've got to get ahead. And the good thing about Wet, Hungry, and Exhausted is it does mire 2 enemy cards, and it doesn't say not leaders. So we could mire Napoleon. Just looking at La Haye-Saint at the moment, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 zeal. We've got 2. They've got 4, 5, 6, 7 might. We've got 3. So we need to get 4 might in there. I mean, we could have put him there. I'm wondering now whether Hougoumont is going to be stronger for us. So at the moment they've got 1, 2, 3 zeal. We've got loads. And they've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 might. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they've got 1 extra zeal here actually. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5. Yeah, so we're winning the zeal, but they, with that infantry unit, are winning the. Can we get rid of that thing? Yes, we can. I mean, one way is to use a tactic. If we moved him, you see, that would do this, and now we've got a tactic we could use to destroy that. That's taking Wellesley out of the game for a bit. Maybe we should have used his horse. We just haven't got our units lined properly to use tactics now. But the other option is we throw this card, Count Frederick. We use Torrential Rain, mire 1 non, and mire that infantry unit. Take it out for a couple of turns. That might be good. Tire and mire. Now they play strength 2 units. There aren't any ones to replace, so they're actually going to. That's got a boost. Yeah, they're just going to throw that for no effect. So they're doing nothing. Good. Now, what if we passed? I think we passed now. Let's pass. Okay, Beautiful Daughters is an event. Add 1 cannon token to each of your artillery. Okay, they're not going to do that because they don't have any artillery. Draw again. 5. Well, they've got enough resources. Okay, we didn't want to see Ney come out. Oh my lord. That's not what we wanted to see. Well, we could have had him replace that infantry if we hadn't just mired it. Oh man. I think he's going to come in here. We could put him here. I think we're going to go here. This is my weakest frontier. Oh my goodness. If he had come out a turn before, there's no question. He would have replaced. Oh no, that's a strength 4. He probably would have gone in here. But no. Michel Ney appearing right now. And I've passed. Oh my goodness. There's nothing I can do to respond. Frontiers. Right, we're both here. This is the battle underway. I can almost hear the cannon fire. Let's start with the Chateau de Hougoumont then. What are our might values? They've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 damage. 2 damage from us. La Haye-Saint, they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 We've got 3. That's 6 damage here. That's enough for them to actually destroy this thing. That's 1 frontier down. It's not looking pretty. Next, Papilette Farm. 2, 4, 6, 7 versus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just 1 damage for us. Seal combat now. Start back at the chateau. They've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4, 5. That's 1 damage for us. Chateau de Hougoumont is having a bit of a resurgence. Papilette Farm, they've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 1. They're at 4. This is where the struggle is going to be, I feel. There's no objective phases anymore. Round goes up to 13. Hand size is good. Let's draw. Draw 3. Discard 1. We've got Peregrine Maitland, British Hussars, and Lord James Hay. I think Hay is my weakest link. Goodbye. We've got an empty line now. I know that Ney and Bonaparte, they both have the commander ability. They're both going to try and move frontiers instead of drawing cards this time. They're looking to replace lowest cost cards, but we get to go first. We get to go first. Of course, they ready this and then tire to remove the mire. That was my first action. I'm actually going to sacrifice a card. And again, this is a change to the rules. Sacrificing used to be free, but now it's an action. I'm going to sacrifice the Brunswickers. I've got to make space in this frontier to try and get someone stronger. Now, actually, it has got an agile, move this card to a different frontier, so I could just push it up here as an action. Why don't we do that? Let's push it up here. It's not going to do anything other than essentially help with tactics. Okay, back to them. Foe's not going to draw a card this time. They've got an empty frontier. So they're going to look at their commanders. Michel Ney has the commander ability. Napoleon has the commander ability. They only ever move themselves. They won't move another unit. Out of these two, you work in placement order. So row 1, left to right from this perspective. Yeah, so the same order. So Michel Ney is going to go first. And they're going to move to the frontier with the lowest total might. So that's might, everything, right? Mired, unmired, whatever. So this one or this one. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're equal. So it becomes player's choice. Yeah, I think Michel Ney's got to come over here. And then they're going to replace the lowest cost unit. So this one. That's their turn. Right now they've got 3, 4 might here versus my 4 might. This has got to come forward. Yeah, well, we've got infantry here. If I put infantry here, I want to get another unit in. Can I afford to use any resources? Do I have to use cards? I have to use cards, I think. It's dangerous, but I think I've got to spend these 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Place in the hussars. Additionally, cavalry, this card gains might +1 whilst in row 3. We're looking stronger. Back to them. Now they're going to move Napoleon So Napoleon wants to go to the frontier with the lowest might, which is now this one, but he can't leave row 3. So he is actually just going to go in here. That's his lot. Right, back to us, and I think we've got a pass. Unless we've got... No, we've got cavalry, cavalry, infantry, cavalry. Yeah, everything's in the wrong place. They really messed up my formation. And you know what my lesson here is? When I had a line of infantry here and I said, I'm going to hold, before Ney came out, I could have played infantry lines and got rid of this infantry. It's a forecast with a boon infantry. I should have done it. Why did I not? You know, I was just waiting until I felt it was more opportune, but, you know, I missed my opportunity. But that was it. I should have discarded this, got rid of that. Yeah, I was blinded to looking ahead and being greedy, I think. Use it while I should have done. I mean, I had great formation. I had a formation of infantry. I had a block of 4 infantry square. I didn't do it. I should have done it then. Wow. Pass. Okay, let's see what he does next. Baron Jean-Baptiste is a 4 strength character. It's going to go here. This is the regular placement order now. There's empty spaces. It doesn't matter that this frontier is already taken. They will fill the spot. And it does give us a tiny little bit of breathing room. Although this one does have a plate effect. So we've still got to do this. Played champion, deal 2 damage to 1 non-leader enemy. So again, they're looking for ranged or artillery. We have none. Then they're looking for damaged. So they want to put any damage on top of damage. There are none. So it becomes our choice. So which can we do? We've got not leader. This one's got 3 health. This one's got 3. Let's put it here on our hussars, shall we? 2 damage here. Oh, it's tough. The first foot are immune to damage. We can't choose them because that would be an ineffective choice. Yep. Hussars. No, I only just picked this up in edit, but actually, Alexander Cavalier Mercer is British artillery. So I do have an artillery. It's just not obvious, but there he is. It's of little consequence as it goes, but it would have damaged him. That's it then. Let's go to the frontier phase. We start with might. They have 1 plus 3, 4 might here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 3 damage from us. Excellent. Then Papalot Farm. They have 2, 4, 8. We have 2, 4, 8. That's 1 damage each. So in case of a draw, 1 damage each. Right, we've got to find a way to break that deadlock, but I'm happy with that. It's kind of keeping that frontier out of my mind so I can focus on Hougoumont. Right, Zeal now. They've got 1, 2. We've got 4 Zeal. Oh, they've got 3. 1, 2, 3. We've got 4. So that's 1 more damage for us. 7 here. And then up at Papalot, we've got 1. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've got the lead here. They're only 4 damage away from taking Papalot and winning the game. Right, that's it. Round 14. We've got 1 card. Let's draw 2 more. Draw 3. Discard 1. Long shot. Mire 1 non-leader enemy. Grouchy Fruity Picnic. Mire 1 enemy in row 3, or destroy Emmanuel Marquis de Grouchy. We do have him in play. He's up there at Papalot Farm. Then we've got a canister. Destroy 1 non-leader enemy in the same frontier as one of your artillery. Now, we don't have any artillery. Alright, let's lose this one. Wow, things are certainly getting tight here. Let's ready. Now these infantry are going to cause me a problem, but we might get away with it. I mean, if I pass right now, they're going to just fill that gap unless they draw an event. And they would be 1, 4, 7 versus 7. So that's going to stall here. But with long shots or Grushi's Picnic, which one do I go for? Do I store here? Do I try and take the lead up there? I think I've got to gamble a little bit here. And the gamble is this. I'm going to use Wet, Hungry and Exhausted. And I'm going to use, oh dear, this is tough. I could use the Picnic. But let's use this one resource. This is the massive risk. In fact, let's use this one. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I want to save the Picnic, but use long shot. Now, my one non-leader enemy with Zeal 1 or lower, which is this. And it's back to them. They're going to fill this gap. It is a unit. Young Guard. It's got Bloodlust, but they're going to ignore it. Now we pass. They get one more turn. It's an event. Deal 1 damage to 1 frontier. It's going to be this one. That's where our player is. Solo, deal 1 damage to 1 frontier. They're up to 7. But I don't think it matters because now we're into frontier phase. Might first. So they've got, like I say, 1. They've got 4 here now. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's going to put 3 damage on. That's 3, 6, 9, 10. We just need 1 more damage. So as long as we've won the Zeal battle, Chateau de Hougoumont is ours. Here's the problem. 1, 2, 4. They've got 8. We've only got 4, 6 now. So they're going to put 2 damage on. Let's put it up to 8. That's the risk. Now Zeal. We win here. Chateau de Hougoumont is at 10, 11. We have destroyed this frontier. That's 1 frontier each. It all comes down to Papalat Farm. They've got the highest Zeal. They're putting 1 more on. They're at 9. They just need 1 more damage. We need 8. Oh my goodness. Round 15. Could you have a game any tighter? They are a long way ahead on Papalet Farm. What can we do? They're going to move Ney in. This is the problem. Michel Ney is coming over. Wow. And I think the Zeal battle might do it for them. Oh no, I hadn't thought of this. What can we do? Let's draw our cards. We're drawing 3. I need 2 of these to play Grushi's Fruity Picnic. We've got Zeal +1 on this attachment. That's good. Deal 1 damage to 1 enemy up to 4 rows away. Here's the 95th Rifles. And then we got an event. Destroy up to 2 non-leader characters. Wow! We can destroy up to 2 non-leader characters or infantry. Oh my goodness. Now, Maitland, this could be it. The last ditch attempt. That's what we're doing. Let's ready our units. This one. Tires to remove the mire. It's back to us. Can we do this? Can we get this event in? Destroy 2 non-leader characters. Can we get rid of Ney? Or do we tire Napoleon? Oh my. Let's try something. Let's tire these guys for the 1 resource. And then I don't think this attachment's going to help us. Let's remove that. That's 2 resources. And then I can play Grushi's Fruity Picnic for 2. I can either destroy Manuel. No, let's mire an enemy in row 3. I'm going to mire Napoleon. Okay, back to him. He's going to use the commander ability of Nay. Remember, these don't tire when they move. He wants to come into this frontier. He's going to replace this one. So now 3, 4, 5 versus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 versus 8. Oh no, this is still not going to work. They're still going to win the Zeal battle. They've got 2 characters in there now. The only way is to do this. I don't have enough resources. We've got 2 resources here. Ah, we are so close. If I had Wellesley's horse, I could move him in and we could take this. Oh man, yeah. Wellesley's horse is what we needed. Copenhagen is the only thing that could have saved us, I think. Use this as an action. Move him. Replace something like this. Then we've got the Zeal we need. We're going to lose on Zeal. There's nothing we can do. Even our tactics will get rid of cavalry and infantry, but these are neither cavalry or infantry. They're going to win on Zeal. Unless we can get 8 damage down here. Yeah, if we could have played this, maybe. No, we've not done it. We've not done enough. I think this is game over, people. Because all I can do now is sacrifice one of these. Use Wellesley to move a card in. These would move down. I could move, even if I moved like this one in, that would give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 5. That would only put 4 on here. 4, 5, 6. If I moved someone with Zeal in, then this guy has to tire to move. If I move Wellesley up, then he's not helping. I have to move one of these in. So let's say I moved in the Dragoons. Even then they get 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. 9 versus 5 is only, still only 5 damage, 4 damage. I've only got 2 Zeal. They've got 2 Zeal. In the Zeal battle, they match. They've got their 10. That's it. They've won Papalet Farm by a margin. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. That's it, folks. Game is over. Game is over. Out of interest, let's just see how this would have played out. Action number 1 is now I sacrifice a card. So I sacrifice this, make the gap. That's me, done. Goes back to him. He draws a card. It's a character. You can replace the lowest cost. That's going in here. Back to me. I tire Wellesley, move in the Dragoons. This moves down. He draws 12 pounders, mire up to 2 enemy cards with resource symbols. Oh, fair enough. So actually, it's worse than that because he's going to mire this and mire this one. I'm done. I pass. He plays one more card. It's another character. Oh, that's actually coming in here. So that one would have come in here. That one would come in here. Then we do the frontier. Yeah, and that's it. So 5 versus 6. We'd have actually just put 1 damage on here from might, and then he'd have done. We'd have got 1 each on Zeal. 1 each on Zeal. Okay, we need to do that because we need to do our final score. Because we've lost the battle, but let's take the next step. Let me just say again though, Copenhagen, Wellesley's horse would have saved the day. We move Wellesley in using Copenhagen. He's not tired. He's bringing his zeal. He's got +1 might. That's just game saving. Being able to use that action without tiring Wellesley. He's bringing his full force, his zeal, his might. Yeah, we could have beaten down that frontier, I'm sure. The moment I discarded Copenhagen, that was the moment I lost the game. Wow, that was close. One more turn. If I'd have gotten Wellesley in here, that could have changed everything. So the horse would have changed everything. Right, let's do our score. So points. That was so much fun. I think that's the closest I've gotten to victory on hard. Very close. All right, let's do our points. 1 point for each damage token placed, the player placed on a frontier. So we got 11 for the chateau. 5 points for a player victory note. 5 points for each level beyond easy. So that's 10 points. So that's 21. So 21 plus 4, 25. We are on knights. Close, but no victory. Wow, that was epic. That was epic. I don't think there's anything I could do. And if you could think of anything, let me know. But yeah, just one zeal away. If that was the problem. Although they ended up miring this, I was actually a little bit further away. Imagine if I'd gotten the zeal bonus and then they mired this thing. That would have been gutting. 1815, Scum of the Earth from Tristan Hall, Hall or Nothing Productions. Beautiful and brutal. I hope you've enjoyed the series. It was an epic playthrough. Thanks for watching. See you next time.